Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I am solving sad sweet question from the blue book itself and today I am especially doing algebra question. So let's get started. So this is a very basic question and very important one too. In this question we have system of equation and we have to find the value of x. So first equation is 1 by 2 y equals to 4. Let us consider this as 1 and this as 2, x minus 1 by 2 y equals to 2. So uh, we can solve this type of question very easily by our eyes only, but I will solve this question. So in this question, let us substitute the value of 1 by 2 y in this equation 2. So it becomes x minus 1 by 2 y means 4 equals to 2. So here x becomes, adding 4 on both sides, we get x becomes 6. So our answer is x equals to 6. This is our next question for this video. This is also difficulty level 3 question. We can see that as it is mentioned here. So in this question, this is difficulty level 3 question and we have given a question which is the equation of line in xy plane ax plus ky equals to 6 and where we have to find the value of k and we have 2 points that lie on this equation. So let us substitute the point in the equation and it becomes minus 2a minus 6k equals to 6. This becomes equation 1 when we substitute this point, and when we substitute this point it becomes 0 minus 3k equals to 6. So we have to find the value of k. We can already get from this equation, which is minus 3k equals to 6, k equals to minus 2. So in this question the value of our k is minus 2, our answer becomes a. But if we have to find further the value of a also, so we have to substitute this value of k equals to minus 2 in this equation. We can get the value for a, which becomes 12 minus 6 times minus 2, 6. Again minus 2a equals to 6 minus 12, that is minus 6. A becomes 3. So in this way we can find the value of both a and k, both constants. So this type of question are also very important for SAT. So we can solve this type of question in this way. This is another question for today. And in this question we have two systems, two equations and a system of equation which has no solution, and we have to find the value of p. So let's us get started. So first of all we have to understand, for two lines to have no solution they must be parallel to each other, and parallel lines means like this. So parallel lines do not have any kind of solution, which means these two equations must be parallel if they have no any solution. So let us arrange this equation first. Here in equation 1 we have 3 by 2y minus 1 by 4x equals to 2 by 3 minus 3 by 2y. So if we solve an arrange the equation, it becomes 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2y. It means 3y minus 1 by 4x equals to 2 by 3. This is equation 1 in arranged form. And equation second is 1 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equals to py plus 9 by 2. So if we arrange this equation 2, it becomes 1 by 2x minus py, and I take constant everything in this side. We don't have to worry about constant in this equation. So let's us find the slope for the first equation. Is slope is minus coefficient of x divided by minus coefficient divided by coefficient of b, which means minus coefficient of x means minus times minus 1 by 4 divided by coefficient of y means 3, which means 1 by 12 is the slope of first equation. And let us find the slope of this equation 2, which means minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y is 1 by 2p. This is slope of equation 2. Now, as I've already told you, these two lines are parallel if they have no any solution. So the slope of 1 must be equal to slope of 2, which means 1 by 12, which is slope of first line, must be equal to slope of second line, which is 1 by 2p. Now if we solve this, we get the value of p equals to 6. So answer for this question is 6. The value of p is 6. The required value of p is 6. So we can solve this type of question in this way. We have to understand that if two equations do not have any solution, they are parallel, and the slope of both equation m1 must be equal to m2. Slope of this line is m1, slope of this line is m2, and the slope of both line must be equal if they have no any solution. This is another question. Uh, this is also difficulty level 3 question, but this can be solved in a fractions of seconds if we use little of our common sense. We can find this question answer from the option itself. So let us see what the question says. A window repair specialist charges $220 for the first 2 hours of repair plus an hourly fee. This is very important, hourly fee for each additional hours. The total cost for 5 hours of repair is $400. Okay, which function f gives a total cost in dollars for x hour of repair where x is greater than or equals to 2? So this is very important. Okay, so we have to find which particular function represents the given situation. So we have the total cost for 5 hours is $400, right? When x equals to 5, the total value of y becomes $400. So let us use this concept and let us find this equation using the option elimination method. So let's start from last option. Let us put x equals to 5. 80 into 5 plus 220, is it equals to 400? No, it is not. Let, let us use this equation. 80 into 5, is it equal to 400? Yeah, it is. But, but, this cannot be our equation because it doesn't represent our first condition, which means $220 for first 2 hours. So the answer C is also not correct. This is also not correct. Now let us take B. 60 into 5 plus 220. This is also not equals to 400. So our answer is option A in this equation. So we can solve this type of question by this method. But there is another simple but conceptual method by using which we can solve this question, and I will be teaching you that too. So let us begin. So we have to form a equation with the help of given condition that the question tells us. So let us build an equation. A window repair specialist charges $220 for the first 2 hours and adds plus hourly fee for each additional hour. So these part is very important. So let us say fx equals to $220 for first 2 hour, right? $220 for first 2 hour plus an additional hourly fee for each additional hour. So we don't know what is additional hourly fee. So let us suppose that as some constant a times the total hour is x, and we have already used the value for first 2 hours, so minus 2. So we have to find the value of a with the help of second condition that question tells us, which means for the 5 hour we have total value is 400 cost and 220 as it is plus a 5 minus 2. So when we solve this equation, we get the value of a is equal to 60. So we have already found the additional hourly fee. Now let us use this 60 in this part. So our new equation becomes that, let me write it here, fx equals to 220 plus 60 x minus 2. So when we solve this equation further, it becomes, wait a minute, it becomes fx equals to 220 plus 60x minus 120, which is 60x plus 100, which is option A, as we have already found our answer in previous method, option A. So our option answer is option A. So this type of question is very important and frequently asked in SAT. So we can solve this type of question in this way, and this is the conceptual method to solve this type of question. So let's move out to our next question. And this is another question. This is very basic question, commonly asked in Module 1 SAT. This is very important and very easy question that tests the concept of understanding the question, especially the word problem. In this question, we have the total cost fx in dollars to lease a car for 36 months from particular car dealership is given by the equation this total cost to lease a car for 36 months, where x is the monthly payment. What is the total cost to lease a car when the monthly payment is $400? Okay. So in this question, we just have to find the total value when x is $400, because in this question x is given as the monthly payment and the question tells us $400 is the monthly payment. So let us put the value of x is equals to 400. 36 times 400 equal plus 1000. So if we solve this equation, we get our value is 15400, which is answer C. So this is the answer for this type of question, and this is very basic question and most common question too. So this is our next question for today. This is very important concept relating perpendicular lines. So this type of concepts is tested frequently in SAT. So let's see this question. The line L is defined by 3y plus 12x equals to 5, and line N is perpendicular to this line. What is the slope of the new line N? Okay, so this is very simple question, but it has a very good concept. We have to know that concept relating the slopes of perpendicular line, and we have to know the formula and the relation. So let's get started. So let me consider this line is L1 and this line L2, and they both are perpendicular. Let us say the slope of line L1 is m1 and slope of line L2 is m2. Now, when two lines are perpendicular, the slope of two perpendicular lines has a particular relation, and the relation is m1 times m2 equals to minus 1. Product of both slope equals to minus 1. So, let us find the slope of line L in this question. We know the slope of line, any line which is in relation ax plus by equals c. The slope of line, this line is minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y. So in this way, the slope of line L is minus coefficient of x, which is 12, divided by coefficient of y, which is 3. So the slope is minus 4. Now let us use this relation. By using this relation, we get minus 4 times m2 equals to minus 1. So m2 becomes 1 by 4. So the slope of the new line n is 1 by 4. So in this question, we have found our answer using the relation formula of slopes of perpendicular line. And this concept is very important and frequently tested in SAT math. So you have to learn this relation and you have to know this concept to solve this type of perpendicular line problem. So let us move to our next problem for the day. So this is last question for today, and this is very important question because it has been asked in previous SAT too. So let's get started. We have given two equation. The question has given two equation to us, and the graph of this equation in the xy plane intersects at the point 4 comma y. What is the value of a? Okay, so this both equation has a common point which is 4 comma y. So we have to find the value of a. So let us first substitute 4 comma y in both of the equation, and we get that 4a plus by equals to 72. This is equation 1, and next equation is 6 fours 24 plus 2by equals to 56. So we have to solve this question. Now to solve this question, we can see that we can cancel out this by and 2by if we perform little calculation in equation 1. So let us substitute. Let us multiply this equation 1 by 2. It becomes 8a plus 2by equals to 144. So so the refined version of equation 1 becomes this. So now let us subtract this with equation 2, which is 24 plus 2by equals to 56. Now let us subtract this equation with above equation. We get that uh, this portion is cancelled. 8a becomes at the left side 144 minus 56. Now when this 24 goes to the right side, it becomes plus 24, which is 144 minus 56 plus 24. It is 112. So 8a equals to 112. Dividing both sides by 8, we get a equals to 14. So the value of a, the required value of a for this equation is 14. So our answer is D. So option D is our correct answer, 14. So in this way, I have solved many algebra question from Bluebook, which are very important and which includes very important concepts too. So in this way, I will be solving other topics of mathematics in later coming videos. So don't forget to comment if you have any confusion, and subscribe the channel for further this kind of videos in upcoming future. Thank you.